It was a sunny afternoon when I parked my car near the ranch house, ready to relax in my jacuzzi after a long week. I didn't expect company, but Karen, as always, had other plans. She arrived uninvited, storming onto my property with a self-righteous glare, determined to teach me a lesson for some perceived slight regarding her HOA rules. Her eyes were fixed on the jacuzzi. "This is community property. You can't just do whatever you want," she yelled, waving her clipboard aggressively. I took a deep breath, knowing that Karen's overreach had escalated yet again. She didn't realize she had stepped into a situation where her actions would have immediate consequences. "Karen," I said calmly, stepping out of the jacuzzi, "this is private property. You have no authority here. Any attempt to interfere will be considered trespassing and harassment." She scoffed, clearly unconcerned. "I'm enforcing HOA rules. You can't ignore me." I knew words alone wouldn't deter her this time. She had a history of ignoring warnings and pushing boundaries. But what she didn't know was that I was a police officer, trained in both de-escalation and legal enforcement. My presence alone was a deterrent, but I had to make sure her actions were documented for the inevitable legal fallout. As Karen leaned over the jacuzzi, gesturing wildly and yelling, I calmly activated my security system. Cameras captured every second of her trespassing, and I recorded her verbal threats on my phone. I then stepped forward, uniform and badge visible. "Ma'am, you are trespassing on private property and interfering with personal property. You are under observation, and law enforcement has been notified." Karen's confident smirk faltered. She tried to argue, but my calm authority and the clear evidence being recorded left her with no room to maneuver. Her attempts to assert control were immediately countered by the legal reality she had ignored. I had full authority over my property, and any interference could be prosecuted. The situation escalated when Karen attempted to touch the jacuzzi controls, presumably to shut it down or damage it. I stopped her, firmly holding the situation under control while notifying local law enforcement. Within minutes, officers arrived, confirming my claims and documenting Karen's trespassing and attempted interference. Karen, realizing her actions were now recorded and legally actionable, tried to retreat with excuses. "I was just enforcing rules," she stammered. But the officers were unimpressed. "You have no authority here. You are in violation of trespassing and harassment laws. Any further incidents will result in arrest." I reinforced security measures around the property after the incident. Cameras, gates, and signage clearly marked the boundaries of private property. Private property trespassing and interference with equipment will be prosecuted. Karen's audacity had backfired spectacularly. Her attempt to intimidate and control me not only failed, but it also left her vulnerable to criminal charges. Neighbors, long aware of her overreach, watched as her arrogance crumbled. Within days, Karen faced legal action for trespassing and harassment, and the HOA was forced to distance itself from her behavior. My property, the jacuzzi, and my peace of mind remained fully secure. This incident underscored a critical lesson. No one can overstep legal boundaries without consequences, especially when their targets are prepared and armed with both authority and evidence. Karen had attempted to enforce imaginary rules, trespass, and interfere with private property, but her recklessness led to public humiliation, criminal exposure, and legal defeat. Justice had been served decisively. My property remained secure, my authority undisputed, and Karen had learned, too late, that arrogance and entitlement cannot override law and preparation.